Wasafa, it's your mijo, grande full time. Yo, I'm just fucking around. I had to do that because I got the haircut, and I already know, man. I got Mexicans coming up to me speaking Spanish, like, yo, what's up, fool? You trying to go back to the barrio? I'm like, nah, dog, you know, I took Spanish too in high school, but I'm sorry, I'm not Mexican. I just look this way. You know what I'm saying? No, but on a serious tip, though, we got some news to cover earlier. You know, we do a live show every day. We had the Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series. Nick Newell was headlining. We watched that whole card. Kind of did a miniature fight companion for that. But we usually cover the news and a lot of other things MMA related. Now, work with me full time. This show might be an hour, hopefully less. I mean, I'm just saying because it's 12:30 right now, about to be 1 in the morning, and I've got to be to work at 8 in the morning. So if we go live for 2 hours here, that's going to be 6 hours of sleep, and then I still got to fall asleep. So we got a lot going on here, but it is what it is. Hustle, baby. So we're going to cover all the news. We got a lot of shit popping off, family. It's a busy time. We got Colby Covington stripped, Woodley versus Till, Costa versus motherfucking Weidman. We got Tuivasa versus Junior Dos Santos, on top of a plethora of other MMA news to cover. So we're going to cover all of that. We usually start off with the song. Should we do that full-time, family? Fuck it. Let's just do it, man. Get us in the MMA mood. You know what I'm saying? If you're not already there. Let's see what we got. You know, I like starting the show off like that because usually, you know what I'm saying, everybody hasn't heard these, and maybe you might be interested. Been getting some new subscribers, by the way. Shout out to all the new subscribers. My dog Venom88, also my guy Mr. Gonzalez for hitting that subscribe button. Much appreciated. But with that being said, let's go full-time MMA. Motherfucking hit that, boom, right there. This is how you find, if you were ever curious, this is how you can get to all of the, you know, fighter freestyles and shit like that anyways. But with that being said, boom, click right there. Which one we going to listen to? Colby Covington? Oh, yeah, Colby just got stripped. Are we about to hear? I don't want to do the Mike Perry one because that one gets flagged for, well, I don't really care. I'm going to get some pennies off of this stream either way. But the beat on that song gets flagged. But we got another Colby Covington dish down here somewhere. This is one we ain't heard in a while. How about the Stan O'Malley remix, man? We got some work, full-time, family. Oh, what is this? Tyron Woodley versus Covington? Can't beat it. Oh, this might be the Mike Perry one. Let's go. Fuck it. This is what we're starting with today.
Colby Covington's a bitch. He called Brazilian dumping and he talked about my chick. He called her a horse face, but we all know you're gay. If we fuck today, you probably try to suck my dick. Pause. I'm the hardest hitter that Kobe has ever saw. Black belt with these hands, if they touch him, gon' break your jaw. Catch you in the streets, we know Kobe gon' press the charge. How you win the UFC and run into the law? He's snitching, so we just gon' call him an MMA hoe. And they whole team run up and get they face. Well, the full-time family is ready. Yeah, this the takeover. Full-time family is ready. Yeah, this the takeover.
Hey, ain't no such thing as halftime fighters. You motherfucking ain't healthy. You got this injury out of nowhere whenever Tyron Woodley needs a fight. Get out of there. Bow, looks like the UFC just hit Colby Covington with that wrench. He's stripped. No more interim champion Colby Covington. All of that hard work and trash talk for naught. Sucks to be Colby, right? But it is what it is, man. It actually sucks to be an interim champion. You are not safe. I don't even want to, bro, I don't blame any UFC fighter for not wanting to fight for an interim belt. Sorry, I'm not into decorations. I'll wait till Christmas. I'll you know what I'm saying? I'll decorate my motherfucking Christmas tree. I'm not into it for the decorations. As a matter of fact, if you pay me, we don't even got to call it an interim title fight. How about you just give me championship pay and we say fuck the interim belt? You know what I'm saying? Tony Ferguson is a guy that recently said that. I don't give a damn about the belt if I'm getting that pay. It's not about the belt. It's about the pay. I don't nobody give a damn about that interim belt, especially now. You had Tony Ferguson, probably Tony Ferguson very well could be the best lightweight fighter in the world. Now, he got injured and stripped, but I'm just saying, it's a real possibility. But he got stripped after winning that interim title, so Conor McGregor and Khabib can do their thug dizzle at the top, so we know how that's playing out. But Colby Covington just fought for an interim title 2 months ago, stripped. Nobody gives a damn about them interim titles at this point, man. We got the full-time family in here. Yeah, and that's the thing. Even if you don't like Colby Covington, he earned the title whenever he beat Rafael Dos Anjos. Tony Ferguson earned his title whenever he beat Kevin Lee. There's no way. You remember how many people used to say, "Oh, Tony Ferguson's not a real champion. He beat the ranked number 7 guy." Where'd those people go? You're not the real champion. You just beat number 7 Kevin Lee. Where'd those people at? I mean, I fuck with Habib heavy, but he did beat the number 10th ranked guy. So we're gonna strip Tony Ferguson so we can have the number 10th ranked guy fighting for the undisputed belt. Come on, what's going on here? Come on. Come on. Kobe can just wait until his turn and fight whoever the champion is next. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the times it's like, fuck the interim title. If I get to fight for the belt anyway, you know, it's like, if you're fighting for the title now, hopefully Kobe will get paid. But what if when you're the interim champion, you get championship pay? Now that you're stripped, next fight going in, when Kobe goes into his next fight, he's not the interim champion. So in his contract, if it says you get paid to be the interim champion, you know, you get championship pay or whatever, he just lost that for what? For being injured after his fight that he just fought 2 months ago. So that is kind of a weird situation. And Colby Covington, after we heard that the initial tweets from Darren Till that said, Tyron Woodley, accept the fight. By the way, where are all you guys that thought Tyron Woodley was ducking? Like, you guys don't even pay attention to what's going on before you jump on some of these guys. Like, what do you mean he's ducking? He literally woke up at like 3 a.m. to a tweet from Darren Till, accept the fight. What fight? I ain't talked to my manager. I'm literally wiping the fucking sleep out of my eyes. What fight? I'm supposed to be fighting Colby Covington. He's the interim champion. Why is Darren Till tweeting me for a fight? He's like, hold on, dog. We got to figure out what's going on. And then you hear, ducking, ducking, ducking. Tyron Woodley's turning him down. Tyron Woodley's turning him down. Ducking, ducking. And then the next day, boom, we got the fight. Tyron Woodley's taking on Darren Till. Was he ducking him? If he was ducking him, I don't think he would have signed the fight. Tyron Woodley could have very well said, no, I'm not fighting that guy. He missed weight. He lost his last fight. And I have an interim champion. I really want to fuck Colby Covington up, and I don't want to risk that. I want to fuck him up so bad I don't want to fight nobody else until he gets back. It's a minor injury. Tyron Woodley easily could have ducked Darren Till, but he's not ducking his taco. That is not going on. That's why we had the conversation a couple of days ago. We got to fucking slow down before we accuse these fighters of ducking. Half the time, they're just looking for more money. Half the time, they're just trying to feed their family or set their future up. That, you know, there's very rare occasions when these professional fighters, the best fighters in the world, are ducking another fighter or scared of another fighter. It's usually a business decision 90% of the time. You know, it's kind of fun to say it, but it is what it is. Like, now we've got the fight, Darren Till versus Tyron Woodley, going to be a great fight. We got a headliner for UFC 228. But with that being said, right before the fight was official, Tyron Woodley was talking about this whole situation. He was talking about how Colby Covington was sidelined with a sore vagina. You know what I'm saying? And he said Darren Till was too fat to fight, you know. Tyron Woodley's the champion, waking up to text at 3 a.m. in the morning. So now everybody's asking him about this. You know, oh, what's up with Darren Till? Are you turning down Darren Till? What's up with Colby? What's up? And this is what Tyron Woodley had to say. Quintin was supposed to fight me. He called Dana White and said, hey, Dana, my vagina's sore, and I don't think I can fight Tyron Woodley. So now I got somebody who hit me up at 2 a.m. on Twitter saying, sign the contract. I hate when fighters do that. I don't have no damn contract, and who are you? By the way, what's up, you fat four-eyed fucking loser YouTuber that wanted to fight me? You hear this? What fucking contract? You fucking weirdo dweeb trolls are talking about sign the contract. Nah, YouTuber fight. Nah. You motherfuckers ain't even wrote down the first sentence. Don't bring me this sign the contract shit. I don't even know what's going on. But Tyron Woodley continued to say, I hate when fighters do that. I don't have no damn contract. Who are you? Didn't you just miss weight? If you want to fight me, have your manager set it up. Have Dana White set it up, and that's the deal. So, you can't be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Tyron Woodley talking. Like, I can't just because I say I'll fight you on Twitter, that doesn't mean shit. You know, we have to have a contract. You have your manager talk to the UFC. My manager will talk to the UFC, and we'll get this fight done. But don't just come at me on Twitter, accept the fight, dog. I literally just checked my email. There's no contract. But with that being said, now all of this is hearsay, bada boom, bada bang. Now Tyron Woodley's going to be fighting Darren Till. It's official. And Colby Covington will be stripped. I know that's weird. You know what I'm saying? But it's been confirmed by Dana White, according to MMA Junkie. This is what they had to say. The story was updated at 7:15 p.m. Eastern to reflect Dana White's confirmation to MMA Junkie that the fight is booked and Colby Covington will be stripped of the interim title. So that's coming straight from Dana White. He's stripped. This fight's happening. So it's official as a whistle. It's been announced. The first place it was officially announced, I believe, was UFC Canada, maybe, their Twitter. That's where I saw the first official poster. But Woodley, 18-3, coming off of that title defense to Damian Maia, a little bit of a shoulder tear. He got that healed up. He said he was going to be ready to come back around this time. I mean, that's why he was saying, why are we having an interim title fight? I'm going to be healthy. You know, like Tyron Woodley, you know, that's what some people were saying. Like, why are we booking an interim welterweight title fight? Tyron Woodley fought 3 times after winning his belt in a year. And he's going to be healthy, like, right after that fight. You know, so it was one of those situations where it looks like the UFC needed a title fight. And that's really where we get a lot of these janky bookings that we don't expect. It's like, yo, we got a pay-per-view coming up. We might want to get a headliner worked out for that card. You know what I'm saying? UFC 228 is only 2 pay-per-views away, and tickets go on sale actually in 2 days after we wake up, of course. So right now it is the 25th, but it's like midnight, so it's just starting. So actually in about 3 days, the tickets go on sale. But with that being said, it's official. We got it. UFC 228. This is one where it would be a good time to have the panel so I could just hear everybody's thoughts on this. I would love, you know, I know everyone would like to talk about this. Shout out my dog, Forward Thinking. Don't worry, it's in the process. Maybe we, you know what I'm saying? The panel will be back. We just got some stuff to work out. And one of the main things really just being a monitor. We'll get that soon. I'm telling you, like, bro, I got some shit in the works. I'm talking off the channel. I'm working on some big shit, full-time family. I'm trying to get some shit done, and you guys are going to be proud of your boy if I get it done. But I'm keeping it on the hush because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, get my hopes up, do nothing crazy. But I'm talking about no donations, no motherfucking ad pennies. I'm about to get some shit worked out, bro. So it is what it is. Fuck with your boy. But we got a lot of shit to cover in a little bit of time. Got to be to work in 7 hours. But I've been working 3rd shift on the channel lately. I've literally been going to sleep at like 8 a.m. So it is what it is. I might not even go to sleep. But another big fight we got coming up. Yoel Romero versus Paulo Costa is going down. And it looks like it's going to be happening at Madison Square Garden, UFC 230. There's a bunch of middleweight fights talked about for this card. Now, the only one that's not official, to my knowledge, is Luke Rockhold versus Chris Weidman 2. I haven't heard that that's official. I've definitely heard it's in the works. But if that fight does come to fruition, this should be fucking UFC 230 middleweight square garden. Because we got fucking Paulo Costa versus Yoel Romero, Jacare David Branch, Luke Rockhold, Weidman. That would be 6 of the top middleweights all at UFC 230. Motherfucking middleweight square garden in the building. But this is going to be a great fight. You got the Soldier of God versus the Greek God. I mean, this is going to be literally like a battleground of the gods. If any of you know what Smite is, you probably don't. But it is what it is. That's what this is, man. It's like motherfucking, you know, when you were growing up and learning about the Greek gods, motherfucking Zeus and Cupid and all them motherfuckers, Achilles, all them dudes. That's what this is like, dog, the human version. And shout out to my dog Forward. He said, don't let your girl watch this fight because Paulo Costa and Yoel Romero are going to be scrapping. So this is one, you know, you might want to send your girl to the liquor store to get the beer or something. If you know what he's saying. Hey, I hear what you're saying, dog. No, but on a serious tip, this is going to be a great fight, man. Tough test for Paulo Costa. And this could potentially derail, you know what I'm saying, a fight that I really personally wanted to see. Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa. I'm just saying, that's a good-ass fight. But Yoel Romero also talked about moving up to light heavyweight. You know, he's actually missed weight in his last 2 fights, even though the last one was a very short amount, and it was kind of intentional. You know what I'm saying? He said that his team revealed that they missed weight on purpose because it was a championship fight, and they knew that they would have an extra 2 hours, you know, to rehire or just to weigh in. He said, so why cut all this weight, you know, in 4 hours, when if we just miss weight by like 0.5 pounds, then we can cut this weight in 6 hours. We got that much more time. So they were kind of trying to take advantage of the situation, and the commission was like, we need you now. Or like they stopped Romero from cutting weight, and so he missed weight. So with that being said, before that, he missed weight on the Rockhold fight, which was a little more short notice. But still, he's talked about moving up to 205. And I believe Yoel Romero, I don't know if there's a birth certificate that says this, but I think he's like 38 to 40 years old, you know what I'm saying? But he still looks great to be that age, but still toward the end of his career. And you wonder what division is he going to want to finish out his career? Is he going to stay at middleweight? Kind of interesting, you know, because he already had 2 cracks at the title. Hell, damn near 3. He got that interim title shot versus Rockhold. And we've heard about him going up to 205. So we'll stay tuned, see what happens. But for sure, if Romero loses this fight or even just misses weight, I see him going up And the light heavyweight division, shoot, you see Anthony Smith just went from 0 to hero. He beat Rashad and Shogun, and he's looking like one of the next title challengers because that's how thin that division is. So guys like Yoel Romero and Luke Rockhold, if they wanted to move up, they're immediately like in the top 5 of the division. How would they do up there? Still yet to be seen. But first, we got to see what goes down at Madison Square Garden. Also, Luke Rockhold, another middleweight on this card that talked about moving up to light heavyweight. You know, so looks like they're both going to be staying at middleweight for a little bit longer, and this is going to be a great fight. If Costa wins, man, that's going to be huge for him, and I still want to see that Adesanya fight. But yeah, I mean, you gotta wonder because Yoel Romero is actually it seems like a bad matchup for Paulo Costa. I'm not even just talking about the wrestling, but if you're Paulo Costa and you're trying to pressure somebody like we saw in his last fight versus Uriah Hall, where he was really doing a majority of his work against the fence, just fucking pressuring him against the fence and just teeing off on his body, I'm like hearing bricks hitting each other thinking about that fight. But you know, if you can't really play that game with Yoel Romero, you fuck around and take your head off like Luke Rockhold. But don't forget, we don't see it all the time. Yoel Romero still has some of the best wrestling in the middleweight division. So this is going to be a super tough fight for Paulo Costa. And if he loses, that might derail some of his hype, you know. But it is what it is. Still would watch him versus Adesanya, just saying. But with that being said, those are two of the bigger fights. We got some of the bigger news, but this is another one, and you probably heard this here first, low-key. Because a lot of the other websites are saying that this is they're not even saying it's a hint. They're saying this is tied to Tuivasa like wishful thinking. And I actually think that this fight is in the works. I wish I could make this bigger so you could see it, but yeah, I'm going to figure out how to do that real fast because I think it's crucial to the point I'm about to make about this fight already being in the works. So, see if we can scoop this up. Boom. There we go. Alright, family, check this out. Right there, you see that date? And this is an official UFC poster. I don't think this is some fan-made shit sent to Tai Tuivasa. You know what I'm saying? They might have drew Tai Tuivasa hitting the shoey if it was just a fan. Like, this looks like a legitimate UFC Fight Night poster. Got that octagon back there, Fight Night, and then check this out. It's even got the little 25th stamp. It's got the motherfucking date, Westfield, and on that date, the UFC's going to Adelaide, Australia. Hopefully Adelaide Bird is off that night. She would probably have a ball. Could you imagine if Adelaide Bird was working the card in Adelaide, Australia? She would love to make that about her. So please keep her away from this night. But December 2nd, UFC Fight Night 142, Adelaide, Australia. Who else to headline? We just saw Junior Dos Santos headline versus Blagoy Ivanov, former heavyweight champion right here, taking on Australia's own motherfucking up-and-coming, the Tai Tuivasa, the shoey-hitting monster. I was about to call him, like, you know, the up-and-coming Mark Hunt, but I don't want to be disrespectful, you know, and compare it. Like, that's kind of, there's the Mark Hunt comparisons because he's a heavyweight, you know, slugger, but at the same time, Tai Tuivasa is definitely his own man, you know, hitting shoeys and all type of shit, and he's branding himself. He's a young up-and-comer, so Tai Tuivasa, I think he's going to be around for a while, young up-and-coming heavyweight. Going to be a tough task, definitely the hardest fight in his career. I mean, he had a tough time with Andrei Arlovsky. That was his first decision of his career. Before that, he knocked everyone out in the first round. You got Junior Dos Santos, who was cleared by USADA. He was innocent, and he came back and looked great against Blagoy Ivanov. So this is going to be a great fight, great headliner for UFC Adelaide. It's not official at all. I mean, you don't even see people saying this shit is hinted. But Tai Tuivasa hinted that shit for sure on his Instagram. This almost looks like a done deal the way that he posted it, right? He didn't come out and say, yo, Junior Dos Santos, I would love to fight you. Hey, Junior Dos Santos, you want to fight? Main event Australia, question mark? He didn't come out like, you know, wishful. Like, oh, I would love this fight. Junior Dos Santos, former heavyweight legend. I would love if you graced the octagon with me. What do you say? It wasn't no question. It just says motherfucking hashtag phase 2 with the eye emoji and the legit-ass poster. So I think this is going down, bro. But it's not official for sure. But moving on, speaking of Tai Tuivasa, just in case you haven't watched that video we posted, check this out. Y'all see who that is, right? Tai Tuivasa, Robert Whitaker, that recently sat down with Grange TV. They did a duo podcast, super dope. I listened to half of it before I, you know, got sidetracked, and I haven't went back to it. But this was sent to me from my dog, Max CPD. Boom, listen. Oh, wait, before I press play. Tell me what you guys think at the end of this. I'm about to pull up the chat while we listen. Tell me what you think. Do you think, and I know he wasn't talking specifically about me, that's not what I'm saying, but the way that he says full-time, it like rang a bell in his head. Like he said, you can't be part-time. And then he stopped talking and he was like, you got to be full-time. So it kind of felt like he thought about full-time. I'm just saying, I'm not one of those guys. A lot of you know that if you fuck with me, you know, if you have been for a while. I don't just come out here and take credit for shit, nothing like that, you know, unless I actually feel like I influenced it. But I don't just take credit, you know, even if I feel like, oh, they're listening to me, I made this idea all the time. But check this out. The way he says full-time, I was like, yo, what up, Ty? What is up, big brother?
Well, that's how I look at shit, you know. If you're gonna be someone, be it all the time. If you're gonna make your persona being a hard cunt, be a hard cunt 24/7. Don't be part-time. Be full-time.
Be full-time.
Well, that's
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe not. I wasn't the only one that thought that in the way. Be full-time. Maybe it was just a coincidence. Very well could be. Either way, looking forward to Tai Tuivasa' next fight. And also, if we hit our goal, by the way, let me pull it up real quick. I'm hitting a motherfucking shoey. In honor for one of my dog, Tai Tuivasa. I didn't even know what a shoey was until Tai Tuivasa. Now I'm ready to hit one of them motherfuckers anytime we got a celebration. If you remember during the Andre Arlovsky fight, I was like, yo, if Tai Tuivasa wins by KO, I'm hitting a shoey on live stream. But he won by decision. Whew, dodge that bullet. But if we hit our goal in the next 69, 70 days or whatever of this, you know, to move to the new studio, I'm going balls deep in this shoey. Pause. But I'm still hitting that thing. Don't think I ain't. So I fuck with Big Ty. So it is what it is. Now I'm pulling up the chat real quick. I don't got all the time in the world. If you've been listening from the beginning, I don't got all the time today because I got to get to bed for work in the morning. But where am I at, man? But with that being said, I still got to fuck with the full-time family real quick. So let's pull up this live chat. But we also got Anderson Silva responding to Israel Adesanya's call-out, hitting him with the old, who the fuck is that guy? But I'm going to pull up the chat real quick. And, hey, Anderson Silva's busy, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he probably knows who Israel Adesanya is. It was a little surprising, you know, for him to say he doesn't. But at the same time, Anderson Silva might literally not know who the fuck Israel Adesanya is. Anderson Silva's been the GOAT. He's been out doing his thug dizzle, shooting movies, fucking suspended by USADA. But he's actually got like an action movie coming out. And low-key looked pretty dope if I knew where it was. But I would watch it. But still, Anderson Silva's been busy as fuck. Who you think he's just been watching every single fight night? You think he watched The Ultimate Fighter Season 27 finale and UFC 226? He's not like us. Anderson Silva's got shit to do. And on top of that, he's been at the top of the fight game. He don't give a damn about what's going on and no damn up-and-comers right now. Shout out to Lil Hedgehog for joining the building. For joining the building. Shout out to Lil Hedgehog in the building for joining the full-time family. See, I'm getting tired. We've been working, but it is what it is. The grind never stops. But with that being said, we got to pull up this chat, see who's rocking with the live chat right now. But first, I got to hit thumbs up on this Junior Dos Santos versus Tai Tuivasa video because nobody else has. Got to get that motherfucking started. But I did just put it out. So, live streaming, boom. Got to pull up the chat. But this is what Anderson Silva had to say. You can see right here. He said it on Instagram. But this is Israel Adesanya's call-out. After Anderson Silva, keep in mind, he was recently cleared by USADA. He was actually innocent, Anderson Silva. Interest Games in here, he said he's literally Anderson Silva 2.0. He's kind of like Anderson Silva 2.0. He's kind of like John Jones 2.0. You know what I'm saying? Israel Adesanya, there's a lot of guys you can kind of compare him to, but I hear what you're saying for sure. He is. But that doesn't mean Anderson Silva knows who the fuck he is. Anderson Silva's busy. He's got money. He's got bitches, you know what I'm saying? He's got a family. He's got movies he's trying to shoot. You think he's just looking like, who's going to be the next me? No. Anderson Silva literally might not know who he is. But it's a good call-out, and I would like to see the fight. But this is what Anderson Silva had to say speaking with CBS Sport. I don't know this name, this guy. I don't know who this guy is. I'm so sorry, but I don't know. I'll go check, but that's good. That's good. I'm just picturing this in Anderson Silva's voice. I don't know who this guy is, but now I'm just staying my focus on myself with me, my family, and my team, and my company. Let's go see. I don't know who this guy is, but I go check, and I come back and talk to you about this guy. Yo, that's Anderson Silva. Who the fuck is that guy in his own way? Like, I don't know. He's not on my radar yet. You know, he's been doing his, and I completely understand that. I mean, there's probably some people that are like, everybody knows Israel Adesanya, but that is not the case. Not at all. You know, he ain't had that huge performance, you know, like on a pay-per-view, or his last fight was against Brad Tavares, and, you know, it was a big fight, probably the biggest fight in Brad Tavares' career. But you have to keep in mind, it was right before UFC 226. Not everybody watched The Ultimate Fighter 27 and UFC 226. So maybe, you know, I'm sure he probably paid attention to 226, you know, with huge card, Miocic versus Cormier. But Adesanya actually fought the night before. So if you didn't catch that fight, you might not be necessarily caught up on Adesanya. Kenshiro Ryu said Silva busy filing tainted supplement claims. Silva don't know who Stylebender is, but he sure knows who USADA is. For sure. Trollbuster said, damn, I'm not a moderator anymore? What the fuck? You know goddamn good. I didn't even notice that, dude. That don't make no sense, bro. I changed my account password, and low-key, I feel like somebody's stealing my shit, bro. Because I know I wouldn't have done that. That don't even make no goddamn sense. Patrick Carter, he's MVP on Gary Kendrick Jr. still has his. It's normal. In my Silva voice, he did an interview today. Anderson Silva low-key sounded like Anderson Jackson. No, he kind of sounded like Michael Jackson. One of my friends hit me up like, yo, why does Anderson Silva sound so much like Michael Jackson in this interview? It's normal. It's normal. If only you knew the power of the dark side, said he did. Arlovsky got robbed. He won on points. Yeah, it was a close fight for sure. Definitely his toughest fight to date. Gotta use it either way, said Blue Collar Ninja. Leon W said, what up, full time before work? What's poppin'? Hell yeah, I'm before work over here too. Interest Game says, same here. My mod go up. Where my mod go? Interest Games, I don't know who the fuck you are. Actually, you're a troll. Fuck you, Interest. You're not even close to a mod. You were calling me fake news MMA on some other channel. You really can go eat a dick, homie. Really, that's how I'm feeling. Motherfucker trying to slip through here. I know who my mods are, dude. You're not one of them. Mediocre A-hole said, Bagel Boy Club is dying by the day. They got no balls on deck. I know they don't. What up, Mediocre A-hole? Or Bada Bing, if that's you. Yo, that's fucking hilarious. But what else we got? Stoneheart in the building. He said Andre beat Tuivasa in my opinion. I picked him to beat JDS though. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this JDS fight. All right, so with that being, yeah, Interest Games. You thought I didn't know, motherfucker. You thought I was slacking on my pimping, motherfucker. How about you? You got some splaining to do. What's up with this fake news MMA shit, homie? Quincy Pinola says Israel versus Derek Brunson. Yeah, that'd be a fun fight. But moving on, though, some more from Anderson Silva responding to Daniel Cormier, excluding him from the GOAT conversation. Medio Greyhoe said Interest Games trying to be full-time fam. Good try, buddy. I'm not a troll, though. What do you call it when you're on other channels calling me fake news MMA, bro? What? No, nobody was even talking about me. Someone brought up full-time, and you're like, oh, you mean fake news MMA? Yeah, fuck you, buddy. Buddy. No, but it is what it is. I mean, you know, you might have your own opinion, but that was pretty disrespectful. You know, I got my eye open. One eye on you motherfuckers. And you trolls, you motherfucking bagel biters. Every troll says that, dog, eh? That's what I'm saying. Now, Anderson Silva, right before he was deemed innocent, you know, Daniel Cormier gave his thoughts on who's the GOAT, because Daniel Cormier just became the GOAT in a lot of people's eyes. John Jones failed 2 drug tests. Anderson Silva failed 2 drug tests. Who's left? Who's the clean GOAT? You look at guys like Daniel Cormier or George St. Pierre or Demetrius Johnson. But people kind of ruled the guys out that have failed multiple drug tests. Well, now, looky, Anderson Silva's innocent. Gotcha, bitch. Looks like I am the GOAT. But now he's actually responding to Daniel Cormier's claims. And this is what he had to say about Daniel Cormier saying he's not the GOAT. He said, it's very interesting because I take the fight against Daniel Cormier on 2 days' notice at UFC 200. And I had been training absolutely nothing for months. And I had surgery already in my body. And I took the fight saving Daniel money because John Jones failed the drug test. But it's very interesting Daniel's talking about that, because when you have problems, everybody has problems. When you talk about people, you need to be careful because you never know about your life. You never know about your future. I think Daniel is very lucky and completely lucky because never beating John Jones, of course. Because John Jones, in my opinion, is the best fighter at 205. When I took the fight, Daniel didn't do nothing. He was completely lucky. He was more lucky because I hate reading this broken English, and I'm trying to read it in English. But it's kind of hard because Alright, we'll continue real quick, though. He was more lucky because I didn't take the fight for 5 rounds in just 3. And he didn't do nothing but just hit the ground and use his weight. Why are you talking? Why does Daniel talk? I respect, but Daniel don't have to talk about that because I'm very sad about that. That's the first time I saw this news. I respect Daniel, but when he is talking about me and John Jones, he's completely crazy because John Jones is the best fighter. I tried to make everything perfect inside the cage for my fans. I don't know. It's okay. This is Daniel Cormier. So he's like, that's DC's opinion. But to be fair, I just saved that big motherfucker some money at UFC 200. Now, kinda he did, but Gegard Mousasi also offered to take that fight. If Anderson Silva didn't accept the call to come and fight at UFC 200, Gegard would have still took that fight. But Silva did do Cormier a solid, got him a big name to fight. He was on short notice, but he said he was lucky. Daniel Cormier was lucky it wasn't 5 rounds. I'm not sure if that's the case. You're the one that was coming off the couch. Are you sure you wanted to fight 5 rounds, you know? And also, Anderson Silva's talking about John Jones being the GOAT. It's like, John Jones ain't got proved innocent for that second test yet, brother. Like you did. So it's kind of, you know, it's kind of hard to, but I guess skill-wise, you still give it to John Jones. But this whole USADA felon drug test thing is real weird. But we're gonna find out a whole lot about USADA, I believe, coming up to this Brock Lesnar fight. Because there's been fighters, I forget the fighter that recently said it, I just saw this today, but they said if Brock Lesnar makes it through 6 months of USADA testing without failing a drug test, then this whole shit is a sham. You know, like, if Brock Lesnar gets through USADA, yeah, there's something going on. So we'll see what happens with that situation if he manages to get through USADA somehow. But if he does, they would definitely have some splaining to do. So Anderson Silva just responded to some of that shit. Gary Kendrick Jr. in the building. He's back. Full-time, what makes you think I'm bada bing, low? Didn't he go off to grad school or something? Missed that OG, though. Because, man, just call me Mystic full-time, bada. I mean, mediocre. And just call me Mystic full-time. Don't question me, man. No, I fuck with you, bada. I mean, mediocre. Mediocre a-hole. I fuck with you, dog. What makes me say that, man? I don't know. I'm a cerebral. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to say paranoid. No, I be thinking about shit a lot of the time, man. And you guys have, you and Bada Bing, even if you're not the same person, you got similar characteristics. The way that you be on these trolls' necks, I ain't never met nobody like Bada Bing except for you. You know, Bada Bing be on a troll's motherfucking helmet. He be on their helmets. You ain't, that's why I fuck with Bada Bing so heavy, because he rocks with me like that. I'm like, damn, does he like my channel that much to really defend my shit like that? Like, I wouldn't want to be on his bad side, but at the same time, you're another person that be on a troll's neck like that. I ain't seen that out of nobody else, so that's why I kind of think you're the same person. Bad luck, pussy. You're a smart dude, full-time. Become a JDS fan. He's the GOAT. Adelaide is my hometown, too. I'm in Australia. If JDS fought there, wow. And his debut was my birthday, October 25th. Just needs to fight in my hometown. You said become a JDS fan? I don't think it's the time to, like, become a JDS fan. You know what I'm saying? I think we're all already fans of JDS. Now, what is he going to come back and claim the title? We're not 100% sure, but it's kind of, I am a little surprised that you being from Adelaide, you know, being from Australia, you're on JDS's side in this fight, you know, talking about, like, versus Tai Tuivasa, because Tai Tuivasa is putting on for your city, though. Blue Collar Ninja said, damn, I didn't know that. Mousasi versus Cormier, that would have been the shit. Yeah. Mousasi wanted that fight, dog. Mousasi was fighting Thiago Santos already on the card. He had a full camp. And that's a situation where you're Daniel Cormier. John Jones just failed. You got 2 options. Full camp Mousasi or Anderson Silva off the couch. He went with Anderson Silva off the couch. But my motherfucking dog, the Moose, that would have been the perfect opportunity for him to go up and claim that. Ooh, I want to punch some shit just thinking about how my dog Mousasi got did. But it is what it is. But Mousasi almost got that title fight. And if Anderson Silva wouldn't have came off the couch, it would have went to Mousasi. And goddamn, that would have been a fight. Mediocre said, Bagel boys are just amusing to me, bro. All right, brother. All right, brother. Kenshiro Ryu said, why doesn't Kevin Lee just 10 pounds of muscle? Yeah, on this subject we're about to talk about with Kevin Lee, I don't know about these new weight classes. I know there's people that want them, but I gotta admit, man, I'm leaning away from new weight classes because honestly, that's a big turnoff to boxing for me. They got like a weight class every 5 fucking pounds or every 7 pounds. It's like, So I got to learn all these divisions and then all the fighters, and then I got to they're jumping divisions, and now this motherfucker's got 12 belts. Like, what's going on over there? I'm not super interested in that. And it seems like we're going more that way, adding more weight classes, you know, people jumping up and down divisions. But this is the thing. If we're talking about weight cutting and more weight classes, that's not going to fix the issue. And as far as Kevin Lee's argument, and I'm going to read his argument first. CSH put me in troll jail for making non-serious jokes. You should be in troll jail, you motherfucker. You was literally over there on the coach's channel calling me fake news MMA. Eat a dick, dog. I ain't got no sympathy for somebody who's talking shit on me on another channel, motherfucker. I should time you out for 300 seconds just because I'm thinking about that shit. Fuck. Troshiro in the building, mediocre a-hole on Kenshiro's helmet. Kenshiro said, why doesn't Kevin Lee just add 10 pounds of muscle? Yeah, that's part of what I'm saying. Because listen to this is what Kevin Lee had to say. He said, everybody knows that weight cutting, the weight cutting thing is a problem, but nobody's coming up with no fucking solutions. Everybody's kind of waiting for somebody to die, and I don't feel like that's the right thing to do. I think you have to take it at least one step in the right direction and see how it goes. There's really no downside to it. And Kevin Lee's a big advocate for the 165-pound division. But this is his reasoning as well. He continued, and this is where I disagreed. He said most people, especially 155ers that I talk to, they all want it. We all are about the same size. Most of these lightweights are 185 to 190 pounds. We're all doing the same thing to compete against each other. It doesn't make sense if we can make it a little bit safer and we can make it a little bit more fair. That's all I'm calling for. Just a fair, even playing field, me to go out there and compete with somebody without having to kill myself to do it. Well, what about welterweight? You just want 5 pounds lower? And I say that because it's like, no one's forcing you to fight at 155. You just said you walk around at 185, 190. What are you trying to be, a weight bully down there? You're cutting 40 pounds? You're doing that. You can cut 15 pounds and go to 170. Stop right there. You don't have that weight advantage though, right? But hear me out. That's not even the only thing. But he said most guys are at 185 to 190, and they're cutting down to 155. So now if you make a 165-pound division, guess what's going to happen? You're just going to have guys that were already 10 pounds bigger than you still making that same weight cut. So instead of having guys that are 185 and 190 cutting all the way down to 155, you're going to have guys that are 195 and 200 cutting down to 165. That's not going to fix a damn thing. If you don't want to kill yourself on the weight cut, I'm sorry to say, quit being a damn weight bully, you know? Quit trying to be as big as possible. Go up and use that speed at welterweight. You're going to be a faster fighter. We've saw fighters moving up divisions and looking decent. Gastelum's looking cool. He might be getting a title shot. Now Weidman, you know, but it is what it is. Everybody else, he's fucking up. Daniel Cormier might have had to jab a couple eyes, but I'm just saying, motherfuckers is having success at heavier weight classes. So, I mean, I kind of don't agree with this. I mean, I used to think, okay, it might help, but I really don't think so. You're just going to have bigger fighters cutting that weight. So now, some of you might see what I'm saying, but now you guys, the lightweights, let's say the lightweight division, we'll just call it a super lightweight, right above. So lightweight's 155, and then you got super lightweight at 165. You're just going to have bigger dudes cutting to 165. So I don't see how that fixes the problem at all. You know what I'm saying? It's only 5 pounds away from 170 also. How about you just hop your happy ass up 5 more pounds, put on 5 more pounds of muscle? That's all I'm saying. I'm here supporting you, said Interest Gaming. Dude, thank you. I appreciate it, man. I'm not holding on to it. I'm just having a little fun. If you can call me fake news MMA on other people's channel, you know what I'm saying? I can have some fun and entertain by clowning you for it. You think you know what I'm saying? But to be fair also, I'm my own public relations. There's not a lot of bada bing bada booms out here holding me down on other people's channel. You know, if people see you calling me fake news MMA on Coach's channel and I'm not there to fucking defend my shit, then who else is going to say I'm not fake news and call you on your shit? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just calling you on it. Don't get your panties in a bunch. But yeah, man, still, I'm serious, motherfucker calling me fake news MMA. I don't even know why that name got to me, but I was like, motherfucker, I actually try to not do fake news. I'm not, you know, if I think that something is a rumor, I'm not reporting on rumors and shit like that. I wait to see if it's on an official website or if it's set. You know, I do a lot of research before I do my videos. I don't just put out no damn fake news. I didn't just fucking come out and say, John Jones will be back next month, and I have no clue. I'm not just putting out some weird-ass rumor, you know what I'm saying? So if you think I'm fake news, you can really eat a dick. But if you don't, if you were just trolling, you were just trolling. That's how it goes. Remove Lizard O said they should penalize you more if you don't make weight. That might help. That's true. That's another good thing. You know, how do you deter someone from doing something? Heavier punishments. You know, if motherfuckers were getting banned for life, well, I don't know. I mean, USADA's punishing people, but that's a whole different situation. USADA's getting shit wrong. They're getting shit right. And then that's a whole weird situation. Now, Brock Lesnar's coming back. I don't know what's going on with USADA. I'm going to leave USADA alone. But intra scrambling for damage control, mediocre a-hole. I'm telling you, mediocre a-hole be on motherfuckers' helmets. But I'm pretty sure mediocre a-hole, I mean, we can have a little chat as well. You know what I'm saying? You were playing me to the left on another channel. I mean, I forget which channel, but people thought you were me, and you were talking shit to them, and you were talking some hefty shit. And I was like, yo, that's not me, by the way. Oh, look at Full-Time in here, fucking beta bagel boy, motherfucking defending himself. Like, what the fuck? I thought you were rocking with me. What's going on? Are you just trying to start shit, dog? But it is what it is. So we're moving on. That's what Kevin Lee on weight cutting, and that's my thoughts on it. I don't know if that's going to help, but I hear it. But we had some trading going down at Elevation Fight Team. The interesting part about this is Alistair Overeem was actually training with Curtis Blades. He said great rounds with the sparring with Elevation Fight Team. We've got so many great fighters in the training room right now with one goal in mind. Thanks to our guest, Alistair Overeem, for stopping in to work with Curtis Razor Blades. Now, that's dope, because Alistair Overeem is coming off of a loss to Curtis Razor Blades. And I always find it dope whenever dudes can get past their ego, like, yo, I just lost to you. Maybe I can learn some shit from you. And on top of that, shit, maybe you can learn some stuff from me. Curtis Blades, one of the best wrestlers in the division. Alistair Overeem, one of the most experienced strikers in the division. Like, that's a fucking collision course for some dangerous stuff right there. If Alistair Overeem can show Curtis Blades some of them old striking tricks, like, hey, don't do this because that's when I know to boom, boom, boom. You know, that's going to turn Curtis Blades that much more dangerous. I love that training partner. Nobody going against my boy Gary Kindred. Damn Full-Time that she pissed you off. Damn Full-Time that she pissed you off. I don't know who pissed me off. I don't know if you're talking about mediocre a-hole or interest gamings, but man, I be having an eye out here, man. You know what I'm saying? I got the eye in the sky. El Bajo said Conor McGregor will KO Khabib in the first round. It's potential. Got the potential, man, but he also has the potential. Lucky I ain't got no motherfucking dogs up here, dude. He's got the potential to eat a powerbomb. I'm saying Kevin Nash style. Jimmy Manuel calling Daniel Cormier to defend or vacate. I mean, we're moving toward that point. If Daniel Cormier's not going to fight Shogun, because he just lost, if you're not going to fight Anthony Smith, who beat Shogun, if you're not going to fight Gustafsson, if you're not going to fight at light heavyweight, probably time to let that belt go. Or you're just going to hold on to it because it makes your next fight that much bigger, kind of like Conor McGregor. Now, I'm the champ, bitches. I'm the champ, motherfuckers. You know, GSP just let his shit go. I'm not coming back to this division. I'll see you when I see you. He just let it go. He didn't keep the division stalled up. So we'll see what Cormier does. But if you're not coming back to light heavyweight, which he's kind of said, because he said he would fight Shogun, that fight's out. And he said he won't fight Gustafsson, who's likely the #1 contender. So if you absolutely are not fighting Gustafsson, who are you going to come back and fight, my guy? And I'm fuck with Cormier, but if you're fighting Brock Lesnar at heavyweight, then do that. You know, let this division go. We got some shit we would like to see happening. Now, who's going to get the next title shot? We don't know. Even after DC, to be fair, even after he relinquishes the belt, Jimmy Manuwa's got to deal with the situation that 2 of his fucking best friends are in the top 5. You got Jimmy Manuwa, Ilir Latifi, and Alexander Gustafsson. I believe those are the 3 guys that don't want to fight each other because they're all so close. But they're also in the top 5 of the division. So it's like the light heavyweight division has like 3 best friends in the top 10 that won't fight each other. And that's a weird situation to me as well. But it is what it is. Sometimes that happens. Right? We got Austin Vanderford, or Van Zant, if you want to say, willing to accept a UFC fight a week before his wedding with Paige Van Zant. I don't know much about Austin Vanderford. I've seen a lot of headlines with him and Paige Van Zant. I think that's her new fiance, boyfriend, husband, fuck buddy. I don't know what they're doing, but I know Paige Van Zant got her new boob job. She's been promoting a bunch of stuff. Like, you go on her Instagram and it'll be like, hey guys, check out this Onnit supplement. You know, hey, check this out. Right by her nipple, like where her nipple would be. Is like, oh shit, I see where that, that definitely helps the marketing. I'll be scrolling through my Instagram or something, like, that's an On It promotion. You know what I'm saying? But aside from that, I believe Austin Vanderford is her new man, and he's a welterweight, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know much about him. He just got to the UFC. I think he's going to be fighting on Dana White's Contender Series, if he didn't already. He might have already fought there, bro. But he's just talking about, like, their upcoming wedding or some shit. He's like, yo, if I get that opportunity, I'm in there like swimwear, dog. Yeah, I did. I knew the first fight was super impressive. We were in the same warm-up area, so I knew it went by quick. I was pretty sure that Edmund was going to get a contract. So that was on the episode. That's one of the episodes I missed. Edmund Shahabjan. And both of these guys, I believe, got the contract. Among those to receive the contracts were 20-year-old Macy Barber. I think I saw that fight. Maybe I tuned in late to this episode. I remember the Macy Barber fight. She's a young prospect coming up. She's only 20 years old, but she's got like a fight family behind her. That chick, I think she's going to be a bigger name in the future for sure. I believe her brother, and this is just going off my memory from the episode that I watched, but her whole family's into martial arts. Like, Macy Barber, she's got a brother that might be coming to the UFC soon. So, like, their whole family, like 6 brothers and sisters, they're all into martial arts and that type of deal. So, Macy Barber, she's definitely got some potential. Only 20 years old. I believe she got her contract as well on the Contender Series. But on that same episode, so did Edmund Shabazian and Vanderford. But, yeah, he said he expected to be celebrating alongside them. So, I mean, just something interesting. I haven't talked much about Austin Vanderford, and I've seen a lot of headlines about him. So, hey, now you guys know who Austin Vanderford is if you didn't already. I believe he's a welterweight. He's the Paige Van Zandt's new man. So, yeah, if you didn't know who he is, now you know, nigga. No. But moving on, Cindy Dandois. Looks like she might be moving to Bellator. We don't know yet, though. But she's calling out Olga Rubin, undefeated Olga Rubin, who wants to dance with me on that Bellator MMA card in Tel Aviv. I am in. Make it happen. Cindy Dandois did an interview with Coach Shelton Harrison. Super entertaining interview. I became a fan after that. I didn't know much about her. Aside from that, is she the one that had one fight in the UFC and then got cut? She might have had one fight in the UFC. I think she did. But other than that, man, she's a girl that's been mentioned that might fight Chris Cyborg, one of the legit featherweights. Even though I think she's made bantamweight. Because I think I'm pulling her up now. If Cindy Dandois fought in the UFC, I'm pretty sure it wasn't at featherweight. Pretty sure it might have been. If she made bantamweight, she's not even a legit featherweight. Whenever people talk about a legit Dandois, I was typing in Cindy bantamweight, Cindy Dandois. But whenever people talk about Chris Cyborg fighting a legit featherweight, they're talking about a girl that can't make 135. So, if you've made 135, yeah, she fought Alexis Davis back in 2017. Damn! Cindy Dandois fought 4 times since then? Holy shit, she's been active. 3 fights 2017. She's already fought twice in motherfucking 2018. I didn't know that. And that'd be dope, though, if she got signed to Bellator. I mean, Bellator's got a legit featherweight division. Actually, more legit than the UFC's at this point. With fucking, who's the champion? Julia Budd just defeated Talita Nogueira. You got Sinead O'Connor over there from SBG. They might fuck around, pick up Battle Cat Cindy Dandois. Bellator's featherweight female division is, bro, whenever Cyborg's contract is up, that's where she needs to just go. Bellator's already got a more serious division. UFC's talking about the female featherweights that they're signing to tough, but it's like, you signed a bunch of bantamweights. What do we really got going on here? And then on top of that, if you're not going to sign Cindy Dandois and Pam Sorensen and these girls to the show, how are you just signing them to a contract? Are you trying to build a division or not? Like, I'm about to go to UFC.com. Do they even have that there anymore, women's featherweight? Because it used to be just Chris Cyborg and nobody else under. Like, Holly Holm, like, what's going on with these rankings in this division? Let's pull this up real fast. Women's featherweight. They don't even have the champion up there no more, dude. What's going on? They don't even say champion Chris Cyborg. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm sure we'll find out as it all continues to play out. But it looks like Cindy Dandois is interested in potentially going to Bellator, and I'm not mad if you're trying to fight at featherweight. That's probably your best opportunity. Now, the girl she's fighting, well, that she's calling out, Olga Rubin. I think she's only like 4-0, but hey, she's still undefeated. Cindy Dandois, a girl that, you know, she's a very talented grappler, but not the best with her hands. But I'm sure she's been working on that to win 4 fights in the last fucking year. You know what I'm saying? So she's definitely no scrub out there. But yeah, that's a fight I'm interested in. And I believe this might actually be the last topic we have to talk about. UFC Bellator veteran Kendall Grove signing with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships. This is weird. I've heard about 2 different bare knuckle things coming up. One of them's got Felony Charles Bennett, and the other one has some UFC veterans. But it's not the same one, or it's not the same date. So I don't know which one is going to have Felony Charles Bennett, but that's the one I want to watch. All of these, though, are wildly entertaining. You know what I'm saying? There's always guaranteed action. Someone's likely going to sleep. Even the winner's knuckles are probably fucked up after these fights. Like, this stuff is borderline illegal. I don't know, illegal, but these BK fighting championships, bro. I've told this story before. There was a fucking bare knuckle. It was just like the bare knuckle BKB. It was called bare knuckle boxing, and it came out maybe 4 years ago. But it was better than the UFC, and I'm a huge UFC fan, and I was even then. But this is how I felt. Like, it was like everything you wanted to see from a casual fan perspective. And I wasn't a casual fan, so I still respected the grappling in MMA. But in boxing, the thing about boxing that turns people off a lot of the time is the big-ass gloves, you know what I'm saying? The people dancing around the ring. It's a big-ass octagon. You're going to be clinching. It's not just a bunch of motherfucking punching. You know, it's called boxing, but it actually turns sometimes into dancing. Sometimes it's dodging. Sometimes, it's a lot of different shit going on. So, and then in MMA, the thing that some fans don't like is the grappling. If it's just a grappling heavy match, now if it's, going back and forth, motherfuckers are flipping out of submissions and going for submission attempts, that's an entertaining grappling affair. But if it's just a wrestler trying to hold on for dear life, people aren't always interested in that. But what BKB was like a motherfucking cross. I couldn't believe my eyes. I watched it. I was an immediate fan. I watched BKB 1. It was called Bare Knuckle Boxing 1. I fucking started to learn about the fighters. I watched that motherfucker so much. I was like, when's BKB 2? Like, I was ready to see the next event. I didn't want to miss it. I wanted to watch the follow-up. Oh, shit, he won. Is he going to be back on BKB 2? That's how good this shit was. And what they did was, it was just like a small circle. There wasn't no whole ring. Wasn't no whole octagon. You didn't have much room. It was like phone booth fighting, just a little more space. But you had bare knuckles. And motherfuckers had to go at it. And then there wasn't no cage. It was all flat, but what happened was the floor was a little slanted. So if you stepped outside of the circle, then you were kind of off balance. So it wasn't wise. People weren't stepping off the circle. You really needed to be in that motherfucking enclosed phone booth, essentially, to really throw down. And so that bare knuckle boxing shit, bro, there was knockouts. There was motherfuckers getting flatlined. I'm talking about, I was like, damn, is he even going to be okay from here on out? Like, those type of knockouts. I was like, damn. Like, he might not recover from that one. And so that's why I said kind of like it felt borderline illegal. Because I was like, this can't be safe. This can't be cleared by a commission. Like, it was that type of knockouts and stuff. But super entertaining while you're watching. It's like, what the fuck? Yo, damn. But that's how it kind of was. That's why with this bare knuckle fighting championship, that's why I'm kind of interested. I don't know if it's the same people and whatnot. But the first BKFC that had Beck Rawlings and stuff, that was actually a really entertaining show. Now, some of the winners even came out with cracked knuckles, as you could imagine, in bare knuckle. And so I wonder, like, can a fighter fight more than twice a year in this format? I'm not sure. But these fights it's probably going to be a lot more about the fights and less about the fighters. So I'm interested in this. We got Kendall Grove, potentially Felony Charles Bennett might be fighting on this joint. Melvin Gillard has been competing in bare knuckle boxing in the UK. I've been wanting to see Felony Charles Bennett versus Melvin Gillard in MMA or whatever. I'd like to see that fight in bare knuckle boxing. Let's go. Also, MMA veterans Rico Rodriguez, Joey Beltran, Eric Prindle, Tony Lopez, Beck Rawlings. All of these fighters have signed with BKFC. And then, of course, Chris Lieben versus Phil Baroni. That was recently announced. Yeah, so I don't think this is the one that has Felony Charles Bennett, because the one that had Chris Lieben and Phil Baroni, I think, was not the same one. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, man, with that being said, I think that's the last topic, though. So I see Trollbus is about to head out. I actually think I might be too, though, because I've got to be to work in about 6.5 hours. I got to try to get some sleep done. And yeah, so with that being said, check out the Full Time Family. interest game said Dana White put Nick Newell against a grappler just to prove a point and say, I told you guys. That's funny. I thought about that on my live stream earlier. I was like, I wonder if Dana White, you could have gave him a 500 guy if you just wanted Nick Newell to come in here and just get the W. But to be fair, if you're going in the UFC, there's not many 500 guys. So you kind of got to throw him to, even if he's not a wolf, you got to throw him to a cub before he gets to the UFC. Homie was only 4-0, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even a complete mismatch, but he was definitely a super strong wrestler. I believe he's Team Alpha Male's wrestling coach. Where's Mega Monkey at? Showdown with Buster. Man, you gotta be bada bing, bro. You're somebody that's been around since day one. Don't nobody know about the Mega Monkey motherfucking Troll Buster beef that ain't been around A1 since day one. None of these motherfuckers is with it like that, bro. Only motherfuckers like us remember that. Oh, Badro said, so I'm late. Why did Kobe lose his shot? He's injured, and the UFC needed a title fight. So they're like, sorry, Kobe. Get out of here. No, but the UFC needed a title fight, and so they needed a headliner for UFC 228 specifically. Kobe's not ready. He's injured. His vagina's sore, according to Tyron Woodley. But it was, so that's why. They needed a title fight. Darren Till's available. I don't know why they can't just have an injured interim champion and them fight for it. But I'm sure whenever Kobe's healthy, he'll probably be fighting for the title. Trollbuster said that beef was last year. He said, I've been watching them classic playlists, bro. We are red. Are we green? All right, we're green. That's what I was saying, Trollbuster. This motherfucker, he's acting like he ain't been around from the beginning. And check this out. Everybody knows Bada Bing, Bada Boom, our motherfucking dog. Bada Bing, Bada Boom just so happened to go away. Bada Bing, he hit me up, say, hey, man, I might listen to the channel every now and then, but I got to go off to my studies. And I was like, man, that sucks. I'm losing one of my motherfucking dogs, one of my comrades. Bada bing, bada boom. It was unfortunate. But I had already had a feeling before that Mediocre A-Hole was Bada Bing, Bada Boom. The way that he's on these trolls' helmets. You know what I'm saying? Mediocre A-Hole is on these motherfuckers' helmets. So that's why I think it's him. So whenever you say who is Mediocre A-Hole, I think it's Bada Bing, Bada Boom, but he denies it. But it is what it is. He's somebody that's on these trolls' helmets. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, so with that being said, that's the show for today. Motherfucking, there's a 1 day left, y'all, and I know probably everybody in here is as broke as me. But for you random motherfuckers that might stumble upon this tomorrow and you're not as broke as me and not as broke as us in the chat, we got Mike Dog, Yank My Dandy Doodle, said he'll match all donations made to the fund in the next week plus $100. And then Now and Later, who hasn't been around since he said this, also said the same thing. But I think Now and Later was trolling. I know Yank My Dandy Doodle is serious. So we'll see what happens. Right now we're at $34. Looks like he's only going to be matching that unless we get another donation or a couple of donations in the next couple of days. But it is what it is. Either way, like I said, I got some big shit in the works. Like I'm saving a bunch of money by switching to Geico. No, I am saving a bunch of money as of late. And once shit comes to fruition, I'll be able to explain more, but I'm just trying to save a whole lot of money right now, and it's not a lot, but I'm still trying to do some shit like picking up odd jobs off motherfucking Craigslist and Backpage. I got these cheeseburgers. No, I'm just saying though, I'm doing some shit. So I'm putting this out here because he has the offer, but I really don't give a fuck if nobody donates. If nobody gives another $1, I'm still gonna keep grinding every day, every holiday, every day, motherfucking non-holiday, my birthday, your birthday, her birthday, his birthday, fucking Stewie's birthday. I'm even giving the trolls birthday presents. I'm even grinding on the trolls birthdays because the grind never quits. So with that being said, I'm putting this out there because, yeah, donations would definitely help, but I'm on my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker hustle, my Nick. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you talking, Matt. See, I got the fresh cut in these streets, Yo, I'll be back tomorrow after work. I get off work at 4:30. We go live at 6, 7 Eastern. So I get off at 5:30 Eastern. We'll be here. But Troll Ether ain't stopping you. You feel me? Nah, stop. Full-time mistaking me for Bada for some reason. Ha ha, Bada quit. No, I'm just saying. I hope he comes back in the future, though. No, do your thing full-time. A man's got to work and grind. The struggle is real. Yes, sir, Kenshiro. Motherfucking, I hear you, dog. Ivan Hernandez said Cormier versus Johnson for the light heavyweight strap. Let's motherfucking go. That would be fun. If Johnson comes back, he might even come back at heavyweight. Who knows? Keep trolling for us in troll games. Where you get your hair cut at? Bro, I'm half black. Literally half of my family are barbers. My cousins, my aunts, and these motherfuckers still charge me more than the barber college and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't even nothing yet, but you know how barbershop talk. Oh, what you been up to? Not much, man. You know, I've been doing this little show, you know, on YouTube, just a little something, you know, nothing big, nothing crazy. But the haircuts went from $10 to $15. Like, I tell a motherfucker I got one thing going for me and the haircut prices raised. Motherfucker, my shit should be free. I'm your nephew. Yo, full-time family, I'm out of here. I gotta get to bed. But I'm actually probably not going to bed this second. I'm not super tired. I've been working third shift, so I might put out another video or something. But I gotta try and wind down, man, and get to work. So stay on that grind full time. Yes, sir, Ivan Hernandez, you guys as well. With that being said, man, it is what it is. Make sure you guys check out the full-time MMA playlist if you want to hear some dope shit. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. I'm out. What, yo, dad's got a troll snap? All right, he's talking to